And welcome back. This being Hope at Dawn right here, Top TV, where you look and you live. Thank you so very much for your company. A beautiful day it is. And we have been telling you that we are having a very important conversation on today's segment of financial fitness. And today we are talking about how to navigate the career landscape, preparedness for the job market. And I know that is the desire of everyone, and especially those who are graduating and they are coming out of colleges, universities, TVETs and all, that they are prepared for the job market. But then after the graduation, how then do you package yourself now that you are through with your education, with your learning? And now how do you package yourself and position yourself in as far as preparedness for the job market? And that is what we are discussing this morning on the financial fitness segment. Be part of this conversation. We are live on YouTube, we are live on Facebook, and also on TikTok. And so you can utilize the comment section and you can get in touch with us and tell us how you prepared yourself, how you are preparing yourself for the job market, and also for those who are already into the job market, how you are, sharpening yourself and equipping yourself to ensure that you continue to be prepared for the job market. And so karibu sana. You can also use the WhatsApp number 0708 222 323. And also, I'm also here to learn, as an employee, how do I also continue to have the edge, even as I continue in my position. And so I'm not alone in studio. We have our guest, and her name is Dr. Susan Nkanata, and she will be introducing herself so that we get to know her even some more. Dr. Susan, good morning.
Good morning to you, George.
You're well?
Yes, I'm well.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Karibu sana to Hope TV, Hope Media, and we are glad that you could find time to come and speak to us as you teach us. I believe by the this is it's a teaching lesson that we are undertaking this morning, and so karibu sana. A brief introduction of Dr. Susan.
Thank you so much, George. My name is Dr. Susan Nkanata.
Yes.
I am a PhD holder in human resource management.
All right. And
I'm also a certified human resource professional. I have a diverse range of experiences.
All right.
I have worked I started being a secretary. That's another story.
Yeah.
And I've grown all the way.
Yes.
I've worked as an admin, worked as a human resource manager, and now transitioned to lecturing and also an HR consultant. So I consult for companies and advise on how to turn people's strategies into business strategies. Because one of the things that employers are looking for are people who can be able to convert strategies, people's strategies, now me being an HR professional, to business strategies. So that as we talk about people, are we converting these people to have return on investment for the business? And so that's what I do for companies. I set up HR departments and mentor internal human resource professionals who are in organizations. Yes, and that's what I do. I do trainings as well. I do mentorship programs for professionals. Like now I have an upcoming mentorship program starting on 6th May for all professionals who would want to learn. I'll be talking about it probably later. But then I'm passionate about mentorship because I love impacting and I love leaving a legacy. So that's what I do mostly. I also teach management at a university called Kirinyaga University. Yes, in the School of Business.
All right.
Yes.
You wear so many hats.
Yes, I've also authored a book, Navigating the Career World. Yes, Navigating the Career World, and it's all about teaching professionals, apart from academic, how else are they supposed to behave to grow through the randa. Yes.
Awesome. Dr. Susan, thank you so much for your time this morning. And I know this will be impactful to them that are looking forward to joining the job market, and also for them who already are in the job market. When we talk about being career ready, what do we really mean? From an HR management perspective, what do we mean when we say someone who is career ready?
Okay, thank you. Being career ready means that your employment is not your final destination. It's that you are proactively working on yourself to develop value. So being career ready means that it's a continuous process. Since the time you're employed, you are supposed to work on yourself so that you are not the person who joined Hope TV. You are another George 2 years to come. And therefore, being career-ready means continuously growing yourself to become. And that means you must have a vision of who you want to be as George, as an employee of Hope, as an employee of XYZ company. What is your plan the next 5 years? That means then you are supposed to continually grow yourself, looking out for opportunities, looking out for possibilities. What are the possible opportunities that I'm likely to get here or even elsewhere? So you individually have a plan on where you want to be as an employee 5 years or 2 years or 3 years from now. Yes.
I like that, because the one misconception that I think exists is that when we say that we are someone is career ready, we are talking of a fresh graduate. You know, someone who is coming out of university, college, or a TVET institution. It's them that maybe we think. But I like the concept that you are sharing with us, that even me who is employed, I need to be a different person in 2, 3, 5 years to come. That I'm not. And that's why maybe you might mention this, people feel stagnated in their careers. This could be one of them. Of course, there are many factors, but this could be one of the many factors that contribute to career stagnation.
Yes, definitely. Because you see, people think that career readiness is for graduates. Actually, graduates are better because they are starting. You know them, they are drawing from entry. And it's easier for them to grow faster. But look at this person who has been in the organization for 5 years and they are stagnant in the same position they were. It makes them even lose a sense of security because they are supposed to have become better. As experience goes by, they are supposed to be better people. So being career in this for everyone. For those that are graduating from college, they are supposed to be looking out for preparing their CVs for the job that they would want. And they're supposed to be probably looking for mentors to mentor them after they graduate so that they know what to do, where to go. But then for this way in the organizations or who are employed, they're supposed to be chatting their vision, where and where I want to be, so that you don't even become unbothered to the organization. Have you seen these people who retire at 60, someone is in the same position since they were employed, since they are 20s. That's a waste of life. Actually, it's a waste of years.
Same position. The entry position, and they have remained there from the time that they got. Having interacted, maybe I can tap into your experience as a HR and also in the different positions that you have held. What actually maybe leads someone that I'm comfortable in the same position for those years?
Well, lack of a vision, because how would you stay there up to your old age? Because what I believe is that even someone joining first year in university, they should draw their progression. Where do I want to be after 4 years? Where do I want to be after I'm being employed for this number of years? So these people, I think, is a comfort zone which is very dangerous. In life. Not even in career.
In life.
In life, yes. So I think it's just lack of defining who they want to be or where they want to be a few years from there. That's what I would call it. Because what else, George? Because if someone has 20 years, then you stay 40 years in one position, shows lack of clarity of where you really want to be. And it's possible to grow. Whether you have resources or not, it's possible to grow as far as you chart where you want to be.
All right. Dr. Susan, there's some, I believe, simple habits because, and I'm so glad that because I feel you're the right person because of your experience and the different accolades that you have. If you could help us come up with some very simple habits that we can be able to adapt so that we are prepared at all times without feeling anxious, because I feel when you go for interviews, there is a lot of anxiety and all. But what are some of the simple daily habits that we can develop so that we can stay prepared without, that anxiety of interview, what?
I think one of the things that we need to do as professionals is to be always ready. This is doing what? Ensuring that every day you update your profile. You have a CV
Yes.
that you wrote 2 years ago. Should not be the same CV that we are seeing after that. So, nowadays there are also generic CVs. So because of AI, people have moved away now from looking keenly into the CVs and really looking into a portfolio proof.
What does that mean?
It means what have you done and what are the results? Probably you started a project, or you started a program here in Hope TV, for example. What impact has that program? Can you authenticate it? So people want proof of what your skills have done or what impact your skills have brought to a certain position that you held. So if you have started a project, have you completed it? After completion, what is the impact of that project? What have you done? How did you do it? What are the results of that? So you have something like a portfolio. So alongside your CV, you're creating a portfolio that, as George, I started the program on financial fitness. These are the reviews. These are the impacts that were made. So now you are explaining to someone, to an employer, is it, of choice. Then after that, now you have supposed to continually network. So that you don't just sit here and you don't know what other people in your field do. And networking must be intentional. It's not just in-howly. You don't just start networks in-howly. It's meant intentional in this way. Like you have to, like industry events. If you have industry for your industry, for example, you know, as we have ours for our professionals, which I am intentional about attending. Because when we attend, you network. You meet people who can give you insights of how you can grow. You also can volunteer in professional forums. Because there you get who is who. And there you can be able to be seen. Now, in networking, one thing you must not do, you must not commit to things you cannot do. So be reliable. So when you go out there, you meet people who are senior in your profession, make sure you say hi to them. Make sure you interact with them. And then, like, it is not transactional. It is something that is mutual. So that I can help you in this, you can help me in this. So that it is long-lasting. So networking is very, very critical because you can be having qualifications, but no one knows you have. So where do you go? Who do you tell what you have and what you are capable of doing? So, and then the next thing is to continually upskill. But now this upskilling also must be strategic.
You don't just do it.
You don't just upskill in a course. No. You look at what is in demand in your line or in your area of passion. And then now you can do short certifications. Upskilling does not mean you go back to do a PhD. Because you could not even be having the resources at that time. So what can you do? What do you have that can help you upskill? There are many free event courses online. You can look for what is applicable in your area. Continually adding value to yourself. Yes.
Awesome. Partly you have mentioned it, but realistically, Dr. Susan, how often should someone update their CV, and what should now the new CV look like, and should it entail?
Often it is all the time. If you have something new, put it. So that even if you're not job searching, your CV is leading. You see? So that if someone calls you, I need you to send me your CV, it's updated. Right? So the other thing that you need to make sure it's in your CV, it's visible in your CV, not the obvious. It is the achievements that you have achieved so far in your profession, the so-called portfolio proof. Make sure it is clearly shown in your CV. Because these days even they say a one-page CV is enough. Just showing.
Don't be so wordy.
So wordy. Just go direct to what have I achieved since I joined this organization. That is what is most important. What skills do I possess that have helped me solve certain problems for this organization.
Yeah.
And with that, you have case scenarios of the issues that you have solved.
Yeah.
That way, your CV will go through faster than a 5-page CV that is too one day and derived from AI.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There are certain things when we talk of professional profiles, and I believe, and that's why I'm so excited to have you this morning.
Yes.
When we talk of professional profiles, what are some of the things that we overlook when it comes now to our professional profiles? What have you noticed that many people, as they apply, as they are coming up with their professional profiles, people tend to overlook, yet they are quite important?
As they say, your introduction should show who you are. So the professional profiles are so theoretical. Just people just copy words, jargons, and put them in their professional profiles. Yes, the profession say yes, who you are. Where have you been? Where are you right now? And as I said, if you can be able to just summary, put what you have managed to change or to transform, that will be a great professional profile. Even if it's one paragraph showing who am I am this person, I possess this is my experience in this area. So I have helped this number of people transform from being this to this. That one is enough. You don't even need to write a whole page. You just need to show who am I, what have I done, and what impact have I created. That is enough. But you see, many people just write stories. And now, taking time to read those stories, sometimes it's just vocabulary.
And you have hundreds, if not thousands.
It's vocabulary. Actually, like now, with in the era of AI, with the automation, then someone must really have to be specific in their CV. Because now the AI generated or the AI shortlisting just picks what is in the advert, then it disqualifies you. So people have to be intentional also about writing, so that we don't just generate. These days automation has made everything easy. So you see, even the AI, the automated CVs, now it is just going to pick what is relevant. The unnecessary stuff, it leaves it. So if you write your CV not tailoring it well to the job description or to the advert, then it will not shortlist you, because most of the companies nowadays are doing shortlisting online. So you realize most people are being are losing jobs, not because they don't have the competencies, but how they structure their CV. So it's good to understand what that you tailor your CV to the job. Days are gone when we used to have one CV for all. Now you tailor it to the job you want to apply. So that if it is AI generated, if it is automated the process, it doesn't terminate you. So if it is the job description you see, you look at it critically. If it is the qualification, what they need, now you tailor your CV to that, so that you are not eliminated just because of the way you do use. And that positions you better than those who also will be applying for the same for the same position, and makes your profile even stand out to recruiters like you. And the other thing we need to really be intentional about is networking. The power of referrals. The Indian job market is in the power of referrals.
Especially the current times we are in, as you have said.
You realize most people are not advertising.
But they are filling positions. It's not like they are not recruiting.
It's interesting. Yes, they are recruiting every day. Positions are being filled. So it is you. That's why I say networking must be intentional. It is you to know. Don't waste your energy on people that are not building you. Actually, they say network, you know when to leave.
Know when to leave.
Know when to leave, so that you are not in a circle that is just wasting your time and energy. They are not growing what is in you, and that is why you see people who are properly networked move jobs very fast. They don't lack. They don't stay unemployed. If you keenly observe, because there are people, CEOs who if you get trusted, and trust is very, very important. If someone trusts you, a certain CEO trusts you, they're going to tell you, John, do you know someone who can do this work? So apart from applying just in general, in the masses, it is going to be intentional about networking. Know people and know them. just know them and make sure you follow up.
Yeah.
If you're interested in a person, probably you have someone who is your role model. Even digitally engage.
Yeah.
Ukiona posti za mtu, you make sure you like, you comment, so that those people notice this person really follows.
Yeah, they really follow.
Yes, they're intentional about it. Congratulate them when you, so that it is mutual. It's not like transactional, you know.
Yeah.
So that I notice, yes, anyway, this person follows me, they comment.
Yeah.
You would also be interested to know what kind of a person is this.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Let's talk about financial preparedness, because I feel it's equally important as professional preparedness. What would you touch on, especially when it comes now to the financial preparedness?
Financial preparedness is very, very critical because right now you are earning.
Yes.
You don't know about tomorrow.
True.
So if you do not intentionally save, and saving does not mean you have a lot of money. It is you setting aside a certain percentage and saying this is my money for emergencies.
Yeah.
That means you have liquid cash that you can be able to withdraw or assess fast so that it can help you in the event of an emergency.
Yeah.
Emergency means you could be having a career shift. You could be gone today and don't report tomorrow. How do you report if you have to travel?
Yeah.
The shift in the career and job changes and all that, it cautions you against that, so that you don't go back to have loans for you to change a job. Yeah, so it's really critical, and it is not an exclusion for any professional.
Yeah.
You have to really think about it. I mean, it's the competing needs.
Yeah.
It should be one of the priorities in the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe, and maybe as a recruiter, you have observed that some people, the fear they have, or the anxiety they have of leaving a position that they currently occupy is in a way tied to, should I say, financial decisions that they make. And so they are afraid that if I move, I'm not financially cushioned to take care of myself within the transition, the transition period. So I'm looking at it in terms of the career risks, because at times, actually, where you're going, you don't know.
Yes.
So it is a risk in itself. And so how critical is it for me to be financially cushioned from where I'm coming from, so that even as I take this next step, that I'm not afraid, that I know, I can be able to navigate within the next 2, 3, whatever months without being afraid.
Yeah, you should plan yourself. At least if you're out of work, you can be able to survive 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
That's like 6 months to a year. At least you have some money. Even if you shift to the next job and they are not paying, probably you have gotten used to be paying on first.
Yeah.
The other job is paying on fifth. Or even you are moving for a lower salary.
Yeah.
That's why you need a financial cushion. Even to negotiate better.
Yeah.
You can go and find, I don't want this job. Let me take a break as I refocus. So that money is going to help you to really refocus on what do I really want.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you may be given a salary and feel like, where I have come from, no, this one at my level, no. So you just sit back and utilize the finances that you input, so that then you can refocus better in a more clear way what you need. Also, it helps us take a career break. Sometimes you also want to take a career break. And really probably for family, probably you also want to change location and then rethink again what you would want to do. Probably you don't want to do this job again, you want to reshift. So it's going to help you in that. And it gives you really a muscle to negotiate better. In the market, and also so that you're not like this person who gets employed and tells employers to give you advances. There are people like those. They will tell the employer, I request for an advance so that I can be able to shift. It's lack of financial preparedness. Okay, sometimes people argue it's because they didn't have much, but how much is much? It's relative. Yes.
So if they had planned themselves, whatever they had, they would have worked with it.
It's a culture you create. It's a habit you create within yourself. If you're earning 20,000, you say, I am going to be setting They say 25, 50, 25. That is 25% retirement, 50% expenses, 25% emergency.
Yeah.
So if you're earning 10,000, calculate 25% of that.
Yeah.
It's just little money. Even if you took your friends for an outing,
Yeah.
the money wouldn't be enough.
True.
So it's a display
Yeah.
and an habit. Yeah.
All right. Dr. Susan Nkanata, she is here with us this morning as we are talking about navigating the career landscape, preparedness for the job market. And you can be part of this conversation. Hope TV Kenya across all our social media platforms. We are live on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok. You can utilize the comment section as well. How have you prepared yourself for the job market? How are you preparing yourself in the job, in as far as the job market is concerned? You can also use the WhatsApp number 0708 222 323. We are taking a short break and then we come back and continue with this